You want a better career, but you still think I'm not good enough. You dream of confidence, but self-doubt whispers in the background. You set goals, make plans, chase transformation. But here's the hard truth. You're using the same mental patterns that created the life you're trying to escape. Most people expect different results while protecting the exact thoughts that keep them stuck. It's like remodeling a house on a cracked foundation. And here's what makes this so difficult. Your mind is actually designed to keep you exactly where you are. I know that sounds discouraging, but understanding this is the first step to breaking free. Because you can't become a new you with the same mindset. This isn't a willpower problem. It's a wiring problem. Your brain is neurologically designed to prefer consistency over change, familiarity over growth. Even when you consciously want something different, your nervous system fights to keep everything the same. That's why you see the same patterns everywhere. People who leave toxic relationships only to find themselves in another one. Professionals who switch jobs but hit the same career ceiling. People who join gyms in January and quit by March. The intentions are real. The effort is genuine. But the underlying beliefs? Unchanged. Most people focus on surface-level actions, new habits, new environments, new routines. They're decorating the outside while the foundation stays the same. Real transformation isn't about behavioral decoration. It's about mental renovation. And here's what most people miss. Your mindset isn't some vague, abstract concept. It's made of specific, identifiable thought patterns. Patterns you repeat so often they become invisible. These patterns either build your future self or block it. And if you don't learn to recognize them, you'll keep getting the same results in different packaging. Here's the first trap. Your identity has become your prison. Most people think they know who they are, but what they actually know is who they've been. And they've mistaken past patterns for permanent personality. Listen to how people talk. I'm not a morning person. I'm just not good with money. I'm not the type who speaks up in meetings. These aren't truths, they're stories, and stories become self-fulfilling prophecies. Every time you try to change while clinging to these old identity narratives, you create massive internal resistance. Your mind flags the new behavior as not me and immediately sabotages it. Self-doubt creeps in, procrastination takes over. You find subtle ways to pull yourself back to familiar ground. And here's the revelation that changes everything. The stronger your current identity, the harder transformation becomes. Not because you lack discipline or willpower, but because growth feels like self-betrayal. People think consistency means staying true to themselves. But real growth, it requires becoming a stranger to your former self. The hidden cost of this trap is brutal. Years spent trying harder at the wrong level, improving tactics while your core strategy, your identity, remains untouched. But here's the good news. Identity isn't fixed. It's just practiced. And what's practiced can be unpracticed. The second trap is even more deceptive. Your comfort zone disguises itself as logic. Most people believe they're making rational decisions. They're not. They're making comfortable ones, then reverse engineering logical explanations afterward. You stay in the mediocre job for stability. You avoid difficult conversations to keep the peace. You procrastinate on your dreams until the timing is right. It all sounds reasonable, but it's just comfort dressed up as wisdom. Here's the conflict. Your current mindset has sophisticated defense mechanisms. It makes staying the same feel smart. And growth? Growth feels reckless, risky, irresponsible. But here's the truth nobody tells you. Discomfort isn't a warning sign that something's wrong. It's proof that something's changing. People wait to feel ready, confident, certain before they take action. But those feelings only come after the action, never before. And every time you choose comfort over growth, you're not just avoiding risk. You're training your nervous system that your dreams are dangerous and your limitations are safe. Here's what escalates this. The version of you that you want to become is being actively rejected by the version you are now. Not because you're broken, but because your current operating system wasn't designed for that level. And time doesn't heal this pattern. Time entrenches it. So how do you actually break free? Changing your mindset isn't about positive thinking. It's about conscious pattern interruption and deliberate identity redesign. Here are 3 shifts that work. First, separate observation from identity. I didn't follow through is not the same as I'm a quitter. One is temporary, the other is permanent. Second, practice discomfort as skill building, not a problem to solve. Actively seek situations where you don't feel ready. That's where growth lives. Third, adopt evidence-based identity. Track new behaviors that contradict your old stories. Build a case against who you used to be. Here's a daily practice. Identify one thought pattern that serves your old self. Then consciously replace it with one that serves your future self. Most people try to think their way into change, but you have to act your way into new thinking. Behavior creates belief, not the other way around. This isn't about criticizing yourself. It's about consciously constructing yourself. And here's the truth. Small, consistent identity shifts compound faster than dramatic, inconsistent action. The new you emerges through repetition, not revelation. Here's your challenge. Identify one belief about yourself that's based on your past, not your potential. Ask yourself, is that belief actually true, or is it just familiar? If you're ready to think differently, subscribe for frameworks that challenge conventional self-help. Because here's the final contrast. You can spend another year improving tactics, working harder at the surface level, or you can spend the next moment upgrading the operating system. One keeps you busy, the other sets you free. The choice determines everything.